What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning OLEKSANDR USYK. OLEKSANDR USYK is the last of the undefeated Ukrainian fighters. Okay, we had OLEKSANDR VASYL. We had, of course, VASYL LOMACHENKO, which suffered a first loss defeat early in his professional career. And at last, we have OLEKSANDR USYK, which, as by far, has been the only one that hasn't suffered a professional loss. You know, boxing has been so keen on the O, so it's by default has been made famous. So people pay close attention to someone that never lost, because that, of course, is a selling point with a lot of boxers today. Now, the Ukraine has developed a lot of great talent. Okay, you know, guys like Paulo Malignaggi said that they're taking over. I just think there's a lot of good talent from the Ukraine lately. Okay, in the last 5-10 years. You know, but let's look at a lot of these guys. You know, of course, we had Lomachenko. Lomachenko just lost a lopsided decision to Teofimo Lopez. Okay, and OLEKSANDR VASYL, he was defeated by Arthur Beterbiev, okay, in a very good fight, but he retired. So, you know, he had said, hey, I had enough. You know, I'm 18-1, 14 knockouts. You know, he was the one that that put the damage on Superman Adonis Stevenson and put him into a very big scare lately. You know, not saying that he's proud of that. I'm just saying it was a dynamic performance. It was a very good fight. However, now we have OLEKSANDR USYK taking on Derek Chisora. Okay, Derek Chisora is a no-nonsense heavyweight fighter with, you know, had a type of rocky, off-balance, unglued, short-tempered personality. Now he's more of a calmer, more cooler guy. And actually, he looks in better shape now, later on in his 30s, than he did in his early 20s when he was fighting, you know, Dillian White for the first time and Tyson Fury. Okay, but Derek Chisora definitely has punching power. If you don't believe me, ask Dillian White, ask Tyson Fury, because he dropped Tyson Fury in one of their bouts. He has 9 losses, okay, but that doesn't mean anything because the guy's an absolute beast. Okay, so the Ukraine is not really looking good for them these days. You know, you have USYK, and USYK is that guy that has, you know, has that very, he has the boxing skills. You know, a lot of people like to call him like a bigger heavyweight version or cruiserweight version of Lomachenko. But he's in there with a guy that fights rugged and tough, just like Orlando Salido did. That may be the axis and the problem solver to a guy with a very tricky style, a guy that just doesn't give a shit, a guy that just goes in there, balls to the wall, and throws punches, like Derek Chisora. And Derek Chisora loves to work the body, you know, but you know, he does need a stationary opponent, and I think OLEKSANDR USYK will be anything but that. But we have to see. So he's the last one of the Ukrainian fighters that's holding that flag. I mean, the top Ukrainian fighters. Please forgive me if I missed anyone else, but out of these three guys that were known in the U.S., OLEKSANDR USYK is the one holding the flag. He's the one that's still remaining undefeated, the one that's not that's been victorious, the one that's been shocking a lot of people, as Tony Bellew, you know, as a lot of fighters, really. You know, Joe Joyce is another one, okay, and that was without headgear, mind you. So OLEKSANDR USYK is that guy. Now, how far will he go in the heavyweight rankings? That remains to be seen, because like VASYL LOMACHENKO, USYK has went up, and it wasn't that successful for Lomachenko. Since he's been at 135, he was dropped by Linares, and he was defeated by Lopez. Okay, so it hasn't really been good for him. When OLEKSANDR USYK went to heavyweight, he was getting tagged a little, you know, and he made the guy quit, but it wasn't a spectacular introduction to the heavyweight division. Now he's taking on Derek Chisora, And Derek Chisora, again, he's nothing to play with. So, again, I don't know. It looks very rocky for the Ukrainian fighters, you know, and it could just because hey, Lomachenko lost this year. OLEKSANDR VASYL retired this year after fighting Beterbiev, and that might have been late last year or early this year. So this year has been very bad, right? So the question is, will OLEKSANDR USYK carry that same fate? Because a lot of people think that he's going to get knocked out. A lot of people think that he can't take the punch at the heavyweight division. So we just got to see. It's really food for thought. You guys tell me what you think about the Ukrainian fighters. Is OLEKSANDR USYK, will he be victorious, or will he end up like the other two top Ukrainian fighters? That's the question. Let me know what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.